We can all find certain hurdles, certain obstacles difficult to get over in our life. Sometimes we have to scramble over them. Sometimes we have to work our way around them. More often than not, we have to find something positive to move on to get over whatever it is that's happened to us in that present, to be able to let go of some horrific things that can potentially have happened in our past. And many of us can keep those things with us. Some of us just carry the lesson with us that we're all individuals. We all experience things slightly different to each other. Although we can potentially relate, people have different ways of coping. People have different ways of recovering. People experience things differently. Two people can experience the same thing, but how it affects them is often very different. When it comes to narcissistic individuals, there's things that they tend to never get over. They hold on to. It becomes a part of who they are as a person. We can all have been victimized by someone. We can all have been a victim of something. However, if we take on board that victim mentality, it potentially becomes our personality, leading to our personal reality. And we have to find a way to let go of that victim mindset, because what you'll often notice with narcissistic individuals, they hold on to that victim mindset and then they use it to their advantage to exploit people and get their needs met. A few things that narcissistic individuals struggle to get over are when they are rejected. Now, whether it be a breakup, a disagreement, a difference of opinion, them not getting the recognition they believe that they're entitled to, you not dropping everything the moment they walk through the door to praise them, to tell them how amazing they are, you arranging to go out with your friends, you celebrating your birthday. Narcissistic individuals take these types of things as rejection. You're rejecting their false self and concentrating on yourself, and that's just not fair to a narcissist. So it can be something as minor as picking up the phone and talking to a family member, and it can be something as major as walking away from them, breaking up with them, going in no contact with them. They take this as rejection and they struggle to get over it. They usually twist it onto how it was all your fault and they're the innocent party and all the hard done to person. Criticism is another one that narcissists struggle to get over. They hold a grudge. Now, when someone has lied to you, betrayed you, cheated on you, it's natural to take that grudge. It's natural to feel that anger and resentment. It's natural to go through moments of wanting to seek revenge on that person. With a narcissist, you can just offer them some friendly advice and they take offence. Their fragile ego cannot take any form of criticism. They fear being seen as less than perfect. So if anyone criticises them, they go all out to get that person back. And they usually take great pleasure in watching the person who criticised them suffer. Loss of control. Narcissists need that. They have a strong desire to be in control of other people's lives. In life, we can kind of like that sense of certainty. It helps us. And when something shakes up our routine, when something comes along unexpected, when we've kind of been sailing along in this direction, you're dealing with a narcissistic individual and you suddenly realise that everything they once sold to you wasn't true and the present is all chaos and the future is incredibly uncertain. It's challenging to get over these sorts of situations. When someone lies to you and cheats on you, it's incredibly challenging to get over these situations. However, the majority of people question where they went wrong, what they could do to improve, look to see what they could do in the future and find a way to move on. Narcissistic individuals kind of stay stuck and it's always somebody else's fault, never their own. victims blame themselves even when it's not their responsibility, and it's very difficult to sort of shift out of that mindset. Any form of perceived humiliation, we all know it's not particularly pleasant to be humiliated, and at the time you can feel ashamed, you can feel embarrassed, and you can stew on it for a while, and then usually eventually you sort of just move on. With a narcissistic individual, they take pride in selling people an illusion of who they are, that sense of perfection to those around them. So if they perceive that somebody has humiliated them, they go all out to ruin that person's reputation, to destroy that person. And they blame the person. It was that other person's fault for daring to, even if they didn't actually mean to humiliate the narcissist, even if they just sort of question the narcissist on something. The narcissist believes they know everything, and they believe they're the expert in everything, and you can just say, oh, hang on, but what about this? And bring a different perspective into the conversation. This humiliates the narcissist, they get offended, and they seek to make out that you're dumb, you're stupid, you're ignorant. They look to humiliate you, to get people to doubt you and believe the lies that are coming out of the narcissist's mind. Any form of abandonment, similar to rejection. However, with abandonment, if you just arrange to meet up with your friends and family, a narcissist can class that as you abandoning them. They rely on other people for that validation. So if you're not there for them, giving them what they believe they're entitled to, they believe that you've abandoned them. And this is when they will usually go all out to impress a stranger so that they feel valid, so that they feel important, and they blame you because you're ungrateful, you weren't paying them enough attention. They enjoy triangulating and playing people off against each other to provoke that jealousy within you, so that the narcissist feels like, oh, I'm special and everybody wants me, when it's just their behaviour. Competition. They don't get over any form of competition whereby somebody else can potentially be the centre of attention, why they go all out to ruin other people's special occasions, and why they will avoid certain competitive things if they believe they haven't got the ability to win. They will avoid it, they will claim that they are better, and then find some sort of excuse or justification as to why they're not joining in. They need to know that they're going to win. Any form of betrayal. Now, betrayals are very difficult to get over. When someone has lied to you, when someone has cheated on you, when someone has deceived you, when someone has traumatized you, when someone's broken your trust, broken your confidence, broken your belief in yourself and your abilities, it's challenging to get over a betrayal. However, with a narcissist, yes, they will class these as betrayals also. Yet you're just finding the truth out about them. They class that as a betrayal. You've gone against them. You calling them out on their behaviour, they class as a betrayal. You rejecting their opinion, they class as a betrayal. And the sadistic, narcissistic types will go all out to punish you for daring to stand up to them. Yet they'll play the victim in the scenario of how they're the most hard done to person in the room. Any form of invalidation. They perceive themselves to be perfect. They need that validation to match the reality that they're selling to themselves and those around them. So any form of invalidation. A narcissistic individual will go all out to invalidate you, to devalue you, to get you to question your worth and your capabilities. And they often do this because they know it hurts them. And it hurts us, and we have to find the right method to get over that and move forward with our life. Narcissistic people, all this bitterness and resentment, it continues to build within them because of their sense of entitlement and belief that they are special, and the belief that they're not the issue, their lack of empathy for others. They then go all out to ruin the lives of those around them so that they can feel better about themselves. genuine people, when they've been rejected or criticised or betrayed in some way, they might go through naturally that bitterness and that anger and that resentment. They don't feel entitled to just have everything their own way. They question themselves so that they can work to improve who they are, even though they're not to blame for the situation. Narcissistic individuals don't take the blame, they pass the blame. And then they make out they're the victim so that they can gain the sympathetic attention while ruining the reputation of those who they actually try to ruin that person's life, and are still trying to ruin that person's life. And they get a kick out of destroying people who they believe have turned against them by simply finding the truth out about them. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon, 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and how to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries. They'll be in the description also if you'd like to go and check them out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.